made similar mistakes, right? We've all dated people that terrible.
I just put down Mia's too good for this loser.
I've dated people that terrible. Come on, you guys, help me out here.
Yeah, you're on your own.
And then Jane, like, swings by and is like, oh, surprise, surprise. You're, like getting in trouble again. And then I think I don't know. Like, I don't know.
She says something about how, he has to be, like, on his best behavior for their mom that night. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And then she's like, rah, and walks away. And then Mia says that they used to be best friends because she's like, wow, that was icy. And I know, I used to be her best friend. I've seen Arctic. It's like, okay. And then, like, Lucas says, like, a dirty joke because Ms. H is like, I hope she rubs off on you. She's your girlfriend. He's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I put phrasing Miss H, and then Lucas went, and it was really gross and unpleasant. So, like, with Jane, so her, like, Mia says, we used to be best friends, but as soon as I got pregnant, you bailed. And I'm just like...
We'll find that out later.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, spoilers. But I'm started getting the vibe that maybe, like, Jane was also, like, normal. Like, before she was cool punk rock chick, she was just, like, plain Jane. And I wonder... Plain Anastasia. And I wonder if, like, their weird parent things and, like, her best friend getting pregnant, like, made, like, an Ashley Kerwin situation where she, like, put on heavy black eyeshadow and found herself.
Maybe. I feel like Jane has always been this way. I don't know. I can't imagine her, like, starting off from a different place. Like, I feel like Jane was, like, just, like, born with too many leather cuffs.
Yeah.
Spike necklaces.
I mean, I feel like this is also kind of how Mia probably started dating Lucas, because I feel like she was probably friends with Jane first, and then they were, like, all hanging out, like, in the same, like, weird, like, alt crowd, and then they started dating.
But I don't see Mia as very, like, alt, which is why I think that maybe Jane was, like, not expressing her badassery on the outside yet.
Well, Mia does say, like, in an earlier episode that she used to be really different.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I posited that, like, maybe it was, like, she had kind of, like, an Alex, like, early Alex vibe. Like, something about her just says, like, giant hoop earrings.
As we learned later in the episode, she used to throw down.
Yeah.
When she was 13. I mean, like, honestly, same, but still.
Okay. And then we see...
But then we see Emma in her flower power shirt, and she's talking to Mr. Simpson, and he's like, he's officially coming back now. And she's like, does that mean Mom's gonna come back home? And he's like, yes, sure does.
The saddest phrase ever.
I know.
It's a real fucking bummer.
And then... fucking Army Man Sean comes out of the van in front of school, and it's very exciting.
God damn.
He's so pretty.
Hot damn.
I put, like, wait a second, guys. Wasn't Sean expelled? Why is he allowed on campus? Jay's not allowed on campus, but Sean's been able to go to, like, cheerleading events and can just visit school.
I don't know.
As far as the school is concerned, Sean brought drugs to campus.
Well, I think that, like, after all the weird...
Almost killed a man.
Never forget.
That was after he was expelled, so it's fine, right? It doesn't count.
Although apparently I did forget.
I mean, I think that Jay just, like, has a more, like, unsavory, like, thing about him that makes authority figures
Sean
not
was,
like him.
Repented,
but,
and
like,
Jay never made that effort.
Sean was a part of the Candy Bandits. Like, he joined the unsavory part of the school hierarchy.
But Jay did start it, and he did bring along the Montreal boys.
And I feel like Jay's bullying, which indirectly / directly led to a school shooting, is maybe more serious than he brought drugs.
Okay, but, like... this is back when marijuana was still, like, super scary.
But also, like, Ms. H finds out that her son is a scumbag who breaks into lockers, so she probably realized that the Sean thing was...
Yeah, but didn't unexpel Sean.
Yeah, but that's because he was in jail.
And I think at that point, he was also like, I'm just gonna get my GED, I'm gonna start a business, blah, blah, blah. Right. I don't want to go back to school anyway.
I brought blueprints, guys. It's half the battle.
Oh, my God. Let's move on quickly because I need to get to the next Sean scene because I have words.
But then we're at Lucas's house for dinner, and this is when we learn that Lucas has major daddy issues. And because they're, like, having dinner with Greg and his mom. I think Greg is either his stepdad or his mom's boyfriend or something.
He's a boyfriend.
Fun fact, we're recording this on Father's Day.
Oh, no, I call my dad.
I texted mine this morning. It's fine. He also got an Instagram post, and I took him to the mermaid parade. He's had enough.
You had your Father's Day yesterday. But then, I don't remember what, Lucas is like, how do you feel like that my dad's not here? And like, he's like mad that his dad is not there.
Yeah, so first of all, Greg is like the ultimate like stepdad, like, hey champ, I'm not here to replace your dad, but let's go play catch, call me Greg, like, and he's just like, so how, like, he's really putting in an effort to get to know Lucas and everything, and Lucas is just like, well, how do you feel that my dad's not here? Oh, you know, the one who provided for us before you kicked us out? I'm like, Lucas, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would Greg be there at all if your dad was here?
Greg has nothing to do with this.
And obviously
Stop giving Greg a hard time.
He's been very uncomfortable. He's trying to date your mom. I know, I saw there's a giant bug crawling on our wall, but I didn't want to call attention to it.
All right, we just briefly paused and killed the bug, but we don't know where the bug went, so stay tuned.
There's so many bugs in our goddamn apartment. I love our apartment. Totally indoors. 10 out of 10, except for all the goddamn bugs.
It's summer. That's just going to happen.
There were 4 spiders in a window yesterday, and I killed 3 of them. One is TBD.
Hey, at least they're not cockroaches. They're just like outside bugs.
I'm from California.
You're from Northern California. We've had bugs.
That's true. We have lots, like a fuck ton of spiders. But I digress. I just have Greg as ultimate stepdad, and Lucas is a tool. But then, like, Mia is being, like, perfect, awesome girlfriend.
Yeah, she's like, you know, because Greg is like, Mia, your kid's really smart, which, like, we've seen no evidence of this at all. But then, like, Mia's like, and these are my accomplishments, and this one, and I'm going to be student body president, maybe, I don't know.
And she says that she teaches Isabella how to spell by using Spirit Squad cheers.
Which I hate so much, by the way. Like, that's, I hate that.
It's like the most obnoxious hooked on phonics. But, like, then you pan to Lucas, and he's being so butthurt, where he was just like, oh, I clearly wanted you to be a rude asshole to this guy. And it's like, Greg, she's not a rude asshole like you. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Lucas.
Lucas looks like a Greg, though, right?
He looks like a Jacoby.
He looks like a fucking Derek.
Looks like a Fred Durst.
But, like, Mia said, hey, I'll go and be a distraction. And I guess in Lucas's mind, it was just like, oh, so you're my girlfriend, so you have all the same thoughts and opinions as me. So let's just both be rude assholes to this guy. This will make my day better. But because she's being a normal, pleasant human being, he's like, oh, God, my fucking girlfriend.
Lucas is the worst.
He's the living worst.
But
and
then...
So clearly, you know, Mia and his relationship are on top of the world.
But then we are at Emma's house, and she and Sean are talking, and I don't even really remember what they're talking about because he's so rusty at acting.
Oh my God. He's sitting down next to the dog. And then he gets up and walks across the room and sits down again. And it's very awkward because Emma, very tall person, standing the whole time. And she's just looking down at him, and he's like, yep, shipping out, going to Afghanistan. Very wooden performance.
Yeah.
Daniel
she's
Clark...
like, it's so dangerous there. It's like she's still very upset about the fact that he's in the army, which...
Oh, can we talk about how the scene opens with, Sean, I have a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, and he goes,
great. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad we're both moving on.
And, like, the way that was delivered, if it was, like, back when Daniel Clark was still acting regularly, it sounded like he was, like, super upset and butthurt. But I think he, like, the legitimate line delivery was supposed to be, I'm so happy for you. Not like, I am so happy we have both moved on.
I think that Daniel Clark is just out of practice.
He's been at school.
He's out of practice, and I feel like the writers were like, or maybe you told the writers, like, I don't ever want to come back again. I'm at school. I'm not doing this anymore. But if you want to give me, like, a farewell episode, I'll come back one more time. And for some reason, this is what they gave him, but I don't know.
You know, when I think of Sean's entire history as a character on this show, when it comes to, if we're going to resolve his character, it's the relationship between him and Snake that I'm most worried about. I'm glad that's the focus of this of Sean's last ever episode.
Thank God for that.
Not bitter at all.
I don't understand.
Then she marries Spinner. What the shit?
Even if so, I'm sure this is brought up a lot, but like Adamo Ruggiero interviewed Daniel Clark, and he was like, "Sema, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, what the fuck?"
Same with Miriam McDonald.
Literally,
I think everybody was like, "Why did that marriage
100% of the cast. Shane Kipple, he's like, "I needed to be with Jane. What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Nobody understands.
nobody wanted it to happen.
And listen, Stephen Brogan is still like directing this fucking show.
We need to fucking
He
fix
has
this.
the power to change this. Anyway, tweet at Stephen Brogan a million times.
I already pitched the perfect movie idea. TV movie, Degrassi all grown up. I don't know what it would be called. Coming back from the army. I don't know.
Okay, Degrassi podcast listeners. I'm sure we have tens of you at our disposal.
It's true.
Tweet at Daniel Clark and Stephen Brogan and Marion McDonald like, hey, we need to fix this. Hashtag Sema forever.
Yes.
We're gonna unleash a very, very small army. Like a militia. Not even.
Also-
like a really shitty militia.
Also,
Don't call them shitty.
no, yeah, be nice. Be nice to them. If you're gonna incessantly tweet at people, just be like the nicest. You don't want to be like assholes about it, or else they'll think that everyone on Twitter are assholes, which is true, but we don't want them to believe that.
I don't think our militia is shitty. I just think that they'd be like bad with weapons. Like I think that as a militia,
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
be terrible.
But if the weapons are Twitter, then it's probably a good militia.
Also,
True. Shouts out to our militia.
Also, Snake goes, spicy sag paneer, anyone? I know it's your favorite.
Is it though? I feel like Sean's favorite is Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, something like
Not
real
even
basic.
like Easy Mac. With like
Yeah.
you have to make it in the microwave. And, like he couldn't even make it in a pot.
That's a true fact. That's all I ate my freshman year of college.
My next note is Lucas is a manipulative baby.
Oh
yeah.
Lucas.
So so we're with Mia and Lucas. Are we still at the house?
No.
Yeah, no, we are because
we
they're
are?
doing dishes, and
Oh, you're right.
the really talented child actress is playing video games with Greg.
Not a single line this whole episode.
She's great. She just wow. And then so Lucas is like angry washing dishes, which same. And Mia is like talking to him, and he's like, "You're always so busy." Blah, blah, blah. He's like with the spirit squad and babysitting, and she's like, "When it's your kid, it's just parenting."
Yeah.
Fucking Lucas, it's like, it's really transparent. The only reason he wanted to get back to be with Mia, he's like, well, I'm a child. I would like to have my child girlfriend so we can be children together. And the kid thinks extra baggage, and that's inconvenient for me, so I'm going to throw a hissy fit.
Well, I think the whole Lucas wanting Mia thing is that it's sort of like Mia is so like crazy far out of his league.
Oh yeah.
In all ways, but he knows that he has a chance with her because they have history, and I think that is where that thought process ended.
Yeah, his mind is like, I was able to make this work before, and it's like, yeah, well, before you didn't have a child.
And
Yeah.
she was like
13.
13 and
Dumb.
and I don't know.
Yeah, when you were 13, Lucas, you probably looked 20, which was a little more
Not 47 and a half.
yeah.
And yeah, he's basically like we need to have a date night, like just me and you, without the kid. Like he never calls Isabella like my daughter. He's always says like the kid, like her. Like he doesn't get too close.
As established earlier, Mia is 15?
Yeah.
On the cheerleading squad, trying to doing really well at school, being a parent, and trying to have a social life. And he's like, "You're really not making any time for me."
Yeah.
This dude needs a punch right into the nose.
She already has a
so-
baby. She doesn't need another one.
And it's so following in his father's footsteps. Because then earlier he's like, I'm just really upset that my dad's not here. He's the only person I can talk to, except for you. And it's like, you're a goddamn idiot. You're doing the same exact thing.
And also, he's like, I'm not going to see him for another month, which is like how you know you have a great father-son relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jane is like, "Oh, you mean our father, the guy who just dumped a bunch of money and then left us and we barely see? Sound familiar?"
Yeah.
That's literally all Lucas does is he'll buy a fancy gift gift and then bail.
Yeah.
Which, like, where is he getting this money, by the way?
I forgot about the motorized bike. That
Never forget the weird, like, the super appropriate gift for a 3-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, and he, like, totally plays on, like, Mia so desperately wants him to be a father that, like, the slightest